So if you are asking this question, where might be the price of Ether heading in the upcoming days, and also what kind of price structure are we going to form next for Ether price action? If that's the case, then you should definitely watch this video, because in this video, guys, I'm going to show you some very interesting scenario that has played out in the past Ether price action and could also be playing out right now. Just like with Bitcoin in Ether price action in a daily time frame, we are also witnessing some price pullback scenario. And for those individuals who have missed my Bitcoin video from today, the link regarding the Bitcoin video must be popping up right now, so feel free to check it out. So starting this Ether USD in a daily time frame, you are aware, guys, I have talked about this Livermore speculative chart plenty of time in my videos, and according to this Livermore speculative chart, since the price has just started this move here, what is still waiting us is this 0.9 and 0.10 area before an actual trend reversal starts appearing. And I have said that plenty of time, but now since the price is showing this weakness, is this Jesse Livermore speculative chart going to play out or not? For that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to simply add this parabolic curve scenario and look at this price action of Ether in a daily time frame. Because if you simply add this parabolic curve scenario, guys, you can see exactly whenever the price of Ether, right, had this pullback and ended at this parabolic curve. This parabolic curve acted as a very strong support line, and after that we saw some very nice movement here in an upper direction. But if you monitor this price movement, you can see the price of Ether has shown some very similar price structure before seeing an actual move here in an upper direction, because you can see the price of Ether formed a very nice symmetrical triangle, started moving in upper direction, and also made a new all-time high before seeing this price pullback. And this price pullback ended exactly at this parabolic curve, right? We found a strong support and then started moving in an upper direction. But if you look at this price structure also, just like with this example, you can see very clearly we found another symmetrical triangle type of scenario here as well. Because if you look at this price structure, the price of Ether did form another symmetrical triangle, broke out of it, and started moving in an upper direction. So now, if this is going to be a pullback and the price is also going to see a pullback towards this parabolic curve area, then we are also expecting some sort of a price movement here in this manner for Ether in upcoming days. Because if that's going to play out, you can see this here is also a very nice symmetrical triangle. And according to this analysis, if we are going to see a pullback, then this pullback could be preparing ourselves for another impulsive move here in an upper direction. So this one symmetrical triangle must be taken into consideration, because we are aware every time when we had this price pullback and price ended at this parabolic curve, we started a new move and we also had a really strong support. So if this is going to happen, right, and price going to see a pullback at this parabolic curve area, that could be a very nice area for long opportunities. And why I'm also expecting, if we are going to see any sort of a pullback around this 3,500 3,600, impulsive move to follow after that. Let me show you this scenario here in a daily time frame for Ether. So if you again watch this price structure in a daily time frame, guys, you can see we did talked about this price structure on my yesterday video. I said you guys very loud and clear that any sort of a price pullback, this same line which acted as a very strong resistance line is going to play out as a strong support, and we might see a bounce out of it. And look at this, the price of Ether did came to this upper line area, and the same upper line area which previously acted as a resistance acted as a support. And now the question here is it going to hold the price from here on? And that's why I said you with the previous example around this 3,500 3,600, we have a strong support. And now you know why I'm saying you that. And not just only that, guys, if you only monitor this price structure here, right, because we want to know what exactly could be playing out here, what we can do is we can switch this time frame into hourly time frame. So now if you look at this price action of Ether in hourly time frame, we did talk about this one scenario on my yesterday's video. I said you guys very loud and clear, if the price of Ether wants to continue in an upper direction, we have to stay above this rising trend line at any cost, because this rising trend line in the past Ether price action has acted as a very strong support line, and it was also showing us the possible trend direction. So when we were unable to find support at this, we saw this massive price pullback and again a relief rally, and this relief rally ended exactly after reaching the rising trend line. This rising trend line acted as a strong support when the price was above it, right? And now since the price is below it, the same rising trend line is acting as a resistance. So what kind of scenario are we expecting if the price of Ether wants to break out of here in an upper direction, guys? So for that, what we need here, let me delete this drawing and show you another scenario at this current stage. Because if you monitor this price structure of Ether here, guys, you can see the price of Ether is getting a strong rejection from this trend line here, right? And if we add another trend line here to the downside, you can see this actually looks like a very nice descending broadening wedge type of scenario. So according to this descending broadening wedge, now we are aware at any cost the price here has to break out of this upper line area that has acted as a strong resistance. So now we want price of Ether to clearly break out of this upper line area of this descending broadening wedge. And why is it so important is because you can see here inside this descending broadening wedge, the line here, the same line which previously acted as a support, acted as a resistance. So you can see here, for example, let me delete this one, let me delete this one. So you can see here, guys, very clearly, whenever the price of Ether tried to break out of this previous high structure, we found a very strong resistance line. And now we are aware we are forming this ladder type of formation. You can see support, when we try to break out of this same line, acted as a resistance, price pullback, right? Price tried to re-enter this line, try to break out of it, the same line which previously acted as a support, acted as a resistance. We had this price pullback. Now you can see similar scenario acted, support, the same support line acted as a resistance, and now we are witnessing this price pullback type of scenario. So now if the price of Ether is going to find support at this previous temporary support line, this is a support line, right? So if that's going to happen, then we could be slowly breaking out of this descending broadening wedge. So for us right now, we want the price here to clearly form a new higher low in hourly time frame. If that's going to happen, then this here, right, this here could form a really nice double bottom type of scenario, and after breaking this neckline we can look for long opportunities. This scenario has unfolded many times. So right now, as you can see, guys, I am actually expecting in a daily time frame this symmetrical triangle scenario on forming, and this 3,500 3,600 being a very strong support. Let me show you one more time. So you can see in a daily time frame we are expecting some symmetrical triangle scenario to unfollow, and price also to find a support around this 3,500 3,600 if we are going to see any sort of pullback, and then a possible movement here in an upper direction. And in a daily time frame with another perspective, we are also aware that any sort of a price pullback, this same line which previously acted as a strong resistance, acted as a support. So any sort of a price pullback 3,500 3,600, we do have a very strong support around that area. And that's why now in a smaller time frame this scenario could also play out. For that, what we want is to form another higher low. So if that's going to happen, right, then we could form another price movement in this manner, which is creating higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern for Ether. So these are some of the scenarios I thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then please hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.